Good morning and thanks for joining us on today's edition of Prime Flash on My Media Prime Television. With me, Audrey, Zatsa. The population of Bamenda in the northwest region of the country is still in shock following the shooting to death of a prominent businessman, Tala Ibrahim Yunji, and another identified as Nche Hari yesterday at 4 p.m. The deaths are said to have occurred following a reported scuffle at the popular hotel involving a soldier. Eyewitness hold that Tala Nche and 4 others, including the said soldier, were drinking on the same table in the hotel where the incident occurred. Eyewitness equally say the eyewitness have accused the soldier of pulling the trigger that sniffed life out of the two. However, the circumstances of the incident, which has led many confused, remains uncertain. At least 7 persons are reported to have died in a ghastly road accident which occurred along the Mbangangte-Yaoundé highway on Tuesday, February 22. According to eyewitness, the accident, which occurred precisely at the Banekane neighborhood situated at some 3 kilometers on the outskirts of Mbangangte town. The stretch of road linking Mbangangte and Tonga was a violent one, involving a transport bus, Ledu, and a truck. Confirmed sources say the Ledu Voyage bus that left Mbuda town heading for Yaoundé had a head-on collision with the heavy-duty truck that left Mbangangte town and entered the highway without any signal as provided by the Cameroon Highway Code, causing the accident. 5 persons are said to have perished on the spot, while 2 other victims died shortly at the Mbangangte District Hospital. The injured are presently receiving treatment. The continuity of public services will be assured after the fire that occurred on Monday at the regional delegation of the Public Office of the Eastern Administrative Reform. Joseph Le, head of the ministerial department, rushed a strong team yesterday to assess the damage, comfort the personnel, and prescribe rehabilitation of damaged offices. The Secretary General of Minfopra, Anatole Maina, who led the mission, assured staff and users of the continuity of services. A series of fire incidents recorded in Cameroon on Sunday and Monday, precisely in administrative buildings in the east and north regions of the country, has caused huge material damage, though no loss of life recorded. Details on the following report. This is what is left of some offices at the regional delegation of the civil service in Bertoua East region of the country after they were consumed by fire. The outrageous fire broke out on Monday, February 21 at about 7 p.m. The exact cause of the incident is still to be established, though according to firefighters present at the scene to limit the damage, led by Commander Pabo, the incident could be attributed to an electrical failure. Informed of the situation, the governor of the East region, Gregoire Mvogo, and some other administrative authorities of the region got to the scene to assess the situation. This fire outbreak occurred less than 48 hours after another at the regional delegation of public health in the North region on Sunday, February 20 at about 11 a.m. Despite the promptness of elements of the 301 group of firefighters of Garoua, the building of the accounting service was consumed by the flames. Reports say all of the materials stored in the warehouse, particularly the evaluation tests for students in schools and health training centers in the North region, which were sealed for possible corrections scheduled for this week, were all destroyed in the inferno. While waiting on the results of the investigation, this series of fire incidents has led many Cameroonians wondering as to what exactly could be the cause and what could be done to avoid such happenings. Calm has returned at the Etodi market in the nation's capital after locally made explosives scared traders and their clients away. The incident occurred on February 21. Eileen Sama recounts.
This is the spot where the locally made explosive was dropped and where it exploded under this table belonging to a trader at the Etodi market in Yaoundé around 7:30 a.m. Monday morning, February 21, 2022. It brought daylight while the traders were busy with customers and sales. Wrapped in a yellow market bag, the explosive is made of the battery of a motorbike and electric wires. Eyewitnesses say the sound from the locally made explosive was indeed loud, like that of a real bomb, and scared everyone who was in and around the market, situated not far from the presidential palace in A2D. No deaths were recorded, but reports say few persons got minor injuries. Law enforcement officers reported to the scene at press hour, while security at the market stepped up and an investigation launched to trace the author of the homemade bomb. It is worth recalling that this is the fifth explosion of this kind that the nation's capital, Yaoundé, has witnessed within 2 years. One of such happened on November 1, 2020 at a bar in Sam, Yaoundé, where a homemade bomb was detonated, leaving 9 people seriously injured. The explosive was also made of a motorcycle battery, a memory card, and electric wires. Meanwhile, in July same year, 4 people sustained minor injuries and 2 other small attacks were reported in June, thus calling on the authorities in the city to beef up security at markets, commercial centers, and other busy spots in Yaoundé.
Following a government teachers' nationwide strike announced recently, teachers in Babaju respected the strike action call yesterday, decrying unfavorable working conditions. More on this with Noraka Kebi.
Teachers in the Babaju subdivision in the West region of Cameroon have joined their counterparts in the country to launch a strike action called the Dead Chalk. Their grievance is based on the fact that as teachers and educators, their working conditions are so poor with very insignificant salaries, ineffective payment, no automatic promotion or advances. Apart from the above-mentioned grievances, some teachers equally lament the bribery and corruption system at the Ministry of Secondary Education, as some agents ask for up to 20 to 30% bribe for teachers to get their dues paid. They are also disgruntled over the non-payment of appraisal premiums, as well as the non-payment of missions and correction of exams. According to the teachers, due to all of this ill treatment, some of them lose their lives because of lack of finance. They can't go to the hospital and get proper medical care, and some end up dying, while some cannot shoulder family responsibilities or even meet up with social charges. They decry the fact that some Cameroonians grow richer and richer, living posh lifestyles at the expense of those who actually toil and make up for the society. It has been reported that the leaders of teachers' syndicates in the country will today, Tuesday, February 22, assemble at the Prime Minister's office for a meeting. The teachers said if nothing is being done to ameliorate the situation, then they won't set exams, and of course, there will be no marking exercise.
And in Gaoundéré, in the Adamawa region, some teachers rather chose to participate in activities of the International Day of the Mother Tongue. The principal of Government Bilingual High School Mbe drew up a list of all the absentees to send to the hierarchy. Join Gong.
The strike action, said to have been staged by government teachers in the northern regions of the country, demanding for better working conditions, was rather timid in the city of Gaoundéré in the Adamawa region. Falling on a day when the students were caught up in activities marking this year's International Day of the Mother Tongue, most teachers of the Adamawa region rather joined the students to celebrate national languages of Cameroon. A clear example was at the government bilingual school of Gaoundéré, where teachers came out in their numbers to watch and, of course, cheer up the students who participated in the many activities. However, in some interior parts of the Adamawa region, the government teachers' strike action could be termed partially effective. In Mbe, a subdivision located in the Mvina division, a handful of teachers were declared absent. The principal of Government Bilingual High School Mbe in the Adamawa region took upon himself to establish a list of all his absentee collaborators, both the teachers and the rest of the staff, per period for the first, second, and third periods of the day. The destination of the list, according to him, is the hierarchy of the Adamawa Regional Delegation of Secondary Education. Earlier reports indicated a total of over 1,000 teachers in the North, Far North, and Adamawa regions who staged a strike action yesterday, protesting against deplorable working conditions, calling on the government to provide solutions to their problems.
The 8th edition of the International Business and Entrepreneurial Fair, dubbed Promote, is today entering its third day. Promote officially opened on Monday, February 21 at the Yaoundé Conference Center. The opening ceremony was chaired by the Minister of Trade, Jean Magloire Mbarga, representing the Prime Minister and Head of Government, Chief Dr. Joseph Dion Gouté. Our reporter from Yaoundé, Colette Lum.
Over 700 local and foreign business persons have gathered at the Yaoundé Conference Center in the 8th edition of Promote, launched by the Minister of Trade and Commerce, Luc Magwambaga Atangana, representative of Prime Minister Joseph Dion Gouté. The event that took place Monday, February 21st, was launched under the theme, The Industrialization of Africa, a Key to the Emergence of the Continent. The week-long exhibition event of small and medium-sized enterprises to promote made-in-Cameroon products witnessed the presence of the Canadian ambassador to Cameroon, the British High Commissioner, Director Generals of different companies in and out of Cameroon. All took turns to demonstrate how trade fairs like Promote can serve as catalysts to industrial development in Africa and enkindle emergence in the entire continent.
That the UK remains committed to the long-term commitment to the long term of improving trade with Cameroon, which has become sharply as the pandemic has subsided. That with the UK Cameroon Chamber of Commerce and other fora, we will look not just promoting trade to Cameroon, but also supporting Cameroonian trade to the UK, particularly in the year that the UK hosts the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham in July.
The event saw the award of diploma to honor some partners of Promote who have been supporting organizers in favor of small and medium-sized enterprises in Cameroon.
If you want to reach emergence policy, it's time to completely, change our economy. The chain of value, to integrate our economy on international chain of value. It means industrialization of our countries, our continent. And you know that we have the potential, we have the means. So it's time to do it. Otherwise, we will be late. And I am sure that we will be at time. This is the big message of this edition. Industrialization of the continent as a key, the key of our emergence.
As the fair continues to the 27th of this month with variety of stands of business persons in all spheres, Cameroonians will certainly take advantage of this opportunity at the Business and Partnership Fair promotes.
And out of the country, the death toll from Monday's explosion at an artisanal gold mining site in the southwestern Burkina Faso is said to have risen from 59 to 63. Local authorities say the blast, which occurred near a village, Bomblora, was likely caused by chemicals used for treating the gold. Though a cause has not been confirmed and an investigation is underway, authorities say they have made an arrest, but no further details about the suspect have been released. Police in the Central African Republic are reported to have detained 4 French soldiers who were with the UN peacemaking mission in the country. The French military personnel arrest on Monday at the airport in Bangui has triggered accusations of an assassination attempt on the Central African president Archange Touadéra over a social network. It is said that the 4 men were in the security escort of French General Stéphane Marchenoir, the UN peacekeeping mission chief of staff, and President Faustin Archange Touadéra was due to return from a trip to Belgium. Reports say the soldiers are today still in custody with no reason for their arrest revealed. That was it for today's edition of Prime Flash, produced by Junior Pelama. Thanks for watching, faithful viewers. You have more stories or more news stories on 3:30 p.m. Prime M4 with Gladys Bomotongina, and at 6:30 p.m. Prime News with Fon Quinter. Coming up next is In the House with Eileen Sama and her ladies. Have a nice time.